The first thing, it's always kind of a Rochester-based question. They talked about it a little bit at the press conference, but while you were working at Kodak, what made Rochester such a great place for a project like that to thrive?
It was access to all manner of people who had the knowledge, even if they weren't cleared for the program. If we had a question or a problem and we needed to get to somebody that was really expert in that area, it wasn't very difficult to gain time with the person, and the technical problems weren't per se so much classified. You could talk about a particular tech issue you were trying to solve without giving away why you wanted to know it.
Right. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this question because it's kind of the whole basis for this interview, but what was the proudest accomplishment of your career working for Kodak?
This was, very
Why?
honestly.
Can you pick out like one specific reason why it's still at the top of the list for you?
Well, when they put the hardware together, our hardware, the hardware that General Electric was responsible for, the hardware that Lockheed was responsible for, we'd had a lot of meetings to talk about how it was all going to go together and make sure everything was all done on paper and done correctly. They put it together, it actually worked, and it worked well.
Yeah.
Things weren't misaligned. What came over a given wire was what was expected to come over that wire. And when the government shared the fact with us that was about as clean an integration as they'd ever seen, that was a proud moment.
Beautiful. I love that. So one more for you. Do you have any advice for any aspiring engineer or scientist?
Get deeply involved in a project and pay attention to the details.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time, sir. I really appreciate it. Just one more thing I do want to clarify. So what was your actual official position, title name with Kodak while you were working on this project?
I was the electrical engineer responsible for the distribution box and the electrical interfaces and the cables.